Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't put out a video in over a week, but I was trying to get this in order, which is a backdrop so that you don't have to see my room. I know the sheet is crumply, but who cares? Anyway, today I'm going to show you how I contour the shit out of my face, which this right here is the final result. I would not recommend this for every day. I would not recommend this for a special occasion unless you have practiced a lot at home and you understand exactly what you are doing to your face, because honestly it looks like makeup, and the average person doesn't want to look like they're wearing makeup on their face. If you do want to practice and have fun at home, and if you do want to make your Instagram pictures and Facebook pictures and selfies and snaps and anything else that you're doing just look a bit more interesting, you want to try something new, I'm going to show you how I do my face, how I contour the shit out of my face when I'm taking pictures, because I feel like it does add an element of interest to the look. Let's get into the video, and thank you for watching. The first thing that I did was moisturize my face, and I used this Banana Boat's Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen Lotion. In the night, obviously, you would use something without SPF because you don't need it. The next Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, the one that comes in the little pot, in the shade Orange. And I'm going to apply that where I have the most darkness. Even though I have discoloration all on over my face, a full coverage foundation would cover all of that, but like for the super dark patches, I'll apply Orange. If you are lighter than me, you'd use Peach, something not as orange. Next, I'm going to apply foundation. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 110 Cream Cafe. Looks like this. Usually it looks less dirty. I'm going to put some of that at the back of my hand, and then because I put concealer on my face and I'm going to go over that in dabbing motions, I'm going to use a flat top kabuki brush, and I'm going to use this one here that I got on eBay that I can't find the end for. Like the ones on eBay, they are really good, but the glue tends to come out, like it doesn't shed, but that part came out. And I'm gonna apply that on my face. Quick review: this foundation, I like it, but only for short periods of time. When my oils start to come out, I feel like it separates, and I feel like also because of how matte it is, I tend to produce more oil, right? So you want to use whatever full coverage foundation that you have, and over the areas that I put concealer on, I'm dabbing. Which helps to cover the orange without disturbing it. One of the good things about contouring the crap out of your face is that it's fun. It's pretty fun, so something to do. I'm also dabbing it, like I'm blending it in like that to get the most amount of coverage out of this foundation. And with any foundation, And you always want to blend it down your jawline, almost onto your neck, because you don't want a line of demarcation on your neck. Another reason I don't like this foundation is because I don't like to be completely matte. It just, I don't know, I feel like it ages me. You gotta hold on to that youthful glow while you can. Next, I'm going to conceal, and I'm gonna use this. I'm going to use this brown in the BH Cosmetics 10 color camouflage concealer palette, which is no longer available in this form. They have it in a smaller pan now. I'm gonna use this one to contour, and I'm gonna use an LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige to highlight under my eye. Now, this will be too bright for my skin, but when I set it and bronze it, everything will be okay. Doing the usual upside down triangle under my eye. Oops. I'm going to blend one eye in at a time because this concealer dries really quickly, so you want to blend it in. And I'm going to use the same foundation brush because I cannot find my beauty blender. Same dabbing method. The good thing about using the same tool to apply your concealer sometimes, the same one that you use for your foundation, is that if this one is if your concealer is too bright, your foundation on its own, it helps it blend out. Then a little bit on your nose, on the chin a bit. I'm going to use my finger for this part, and also on the forehead. And I'm even going to put some more under my eye, because we are contouring the crackles of our face, right? So we're going for full cake. And now we're going to bake in a way, but I'm not going to use as much product as some people use, just because I don't like it. This concealer, it dries down, and you really don't need to set it that much. When you bake a concealer that is really dry, you are asking yourself for a very cakey under eye. I mean, this whole look is cakey, but I just don't like how a dry under eye looks. So I'm using the RCMA No color powder. And pressing that in. Just where I baked. Now I'm going to use the cream contour from the beige palette that I said I was going to use. You know, something that is 2 to 3 shades darker. And I'm going to follow my ear, like the very top of my ear. Just because it's a little higher than where my natural sink is, so I'm going to lift my cheekbones more this way and to help me keep it even on both sides, because an uneven contour happens. That is a thing. You can just follow your natural cheekbone and your natural contour. I'm also going to bring that on my jaw because I have a long face. Alright, and you cool. And then a little bit on my temples. Gentle tapping. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush and blend that out. By just gently tapping the edges of where I rest that down, blending all the edges in with each other, so you do not look like a geometry lesson. Now let's move on to start making this thing look like a face with bronzing. I'm adding the bronzer here just to help blend out the contour and also to kind of act as a transition color between the contour and the blush. Now with the same brush, I'm going to dip it into the contour shade and squinch the brush a bit. Who said DIY? Eater brush, and I'm going to concentrate this right at the back. Just gonna dab it there a bit and then blend out the rest. I'm blending a little bit with the bronzer shade. Going to do the same with my jaw. And blend that out. Now something you will notice is that with this foundation, I did not put powder all over my face. I only put it the places where I had the concealer. The reason for that is because this Pro Matte, like, you really don't necessarily need to powder because there really isn't anything to set because it dries down so much. But the concealer could take a little setting. It also helps to blend everything together better if you use powder. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of Loreal True Match powder. Same brush, another brush from eBay. This one came in a set. And I'm going to pat that over my chin a little bit because I don't need my chin to be that prominent. And I'm also going to pat it over my forehead a little bit because I don't need my forehead highlight to be that prominent. And I'm also even going to blend it all together. Now for the nose, I'm going to use this, which is pretty similar to my complexion, but concentrating the color on my nose, it stands out because there's already a light color in the center, and using anything darker would just look weird. Ideally, I don't even like to contour my nose because to me honestly it never looks natural. Not that anything here is natural, but it just doesn't look right. Like this, I could get on board with that, you know, with the cheek contour, but the nose, like, is the center of my face, so nah. Another brush from eBay that came in the kabuki brush set, and I'm just gonna go straight down the edge of my nose. And as I said, because there's already a light color here, putting this, it almost looks like a contour shade, even though it's the same shade as my skin, because it stands out next to the light color down at the center of my nose. So it's really just me shaping the concealer at the center of my nose better. Put a little bit there, which helps make your nose look shorter. Even though we are contouring the shit out of our faces, your nose is still like the center of attention, because it's directly in the middle of your face, and if anything is too dark there, it will be noticeable. And then we could finish off with some setting spray. I'm going to use the Skindanavia makeup finishing spray. This is the bridal version, which makes you look a bit dewy, which is what you want, because I feel like if you're contouring the shit out of your face, naturally dewy skin, you know, it just looks, everything just looks like it's melted together that way better to me. So I'm gonna right, and that, friends, is how I contour the shit out of my face.